Buenos dias, buenas tardes y buenas noches. Welcome back everybody to another edition of my Pokemon Wi-Fi battles, today featuring Ryan, the guy that is going to give me a run for my money. His team is really solid in my opinion, and one of the most annoying Pokemon on his team, or actually the most annoying Pokemon on his team, is going to be his really awesome Trevenant. Oh my god, what a pain in the ass that Pokemon actually is. Unbelievable. So anyways, you guys will get to see what I'm talking about as the battle actually plays off. He's going to lead off with his Machamp, as I'm going to lead off with my Breloom. Obviously, I do have the advantage over here because I can go for the Spore and put him to sleep. Unfortunately, he does predict that and goes out into Trevenant. Really good move on his part. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set up with the Swords Dance, seeing as how I thought that his Trevenant cannot touch me, but apparently it can. So he's going to go and hide behind the Substitute as I go for the Seed Bomb to break the Substitute immediately right after. So he is going to go for a move called Curse, which I did not see coming because usually when I face Trevenant, they have these four following moves, which are Substitute, Protect, Leech Seed, and Phantom Force, because they need a attacking move, because a set like this can easily be countered by a Taunter, which unfortunately I don't have. I've noticed something about my teams lately, and I don't use Rapid Spin, I don't use Stealth Rocks, I hardly use Focus Sash. I don't even use Taunt. Like, what am I even doing? I am so naked to actually battle people who are very well trained, or not well trained. They know what they're doing. Like, I can be in so much trouble, and that is exactly what happens in his game. Like, his Trevenant is almost invincible. I can barely even touch this guy, like, so annoying. The ability Harvest, it gives you a 50% chance of like pretty much harvesting the consumed berry, and in the sun it's actually 100%, so this guy can actually be a bigger pain in the ass in the sun. That's unbelievable. But that ability is way too good, just like Poison Heal. Just there are so many good things in Pokemon and they can be abused in an insane way, but apparently I cannot really touch this guy, so I'm going to switch out into my Mawile. I did predict the Protect at this point, so I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to go ahead and send out my Mawile, go for that Super Mega Evolution, pretty much go Super Saiyan. And I knew that he was about to go for the Lead Seed or maybe the Curse. I didn't really care that much at that point. All I just wanted to do was take down the Substitute, because I don't want that Trevenant to be sitting behind the Substitute and do whatever it actually wants to. I don't think so. So I'm gonna break down the Substitute. He's gonna get a little bit of leftovers, or I mean Leech Seed recovery, which is okay. His Harvest ability is gonna kick in one more time, and he is actually going to be recovering a lot of HP, way too much actually. And this is pretty troublesome right now. I need to do something about his Trevenant, otherwise I'm gonna be in trouble, and I might not even be able to take down this guy at this point. So he's going to go for the Protect. Once again, I predicted that. Go out into my Talonflame, perfect switch, and at this point I go for the Flare Blitz. I have no idea why I did that. Oh yeah, I remember, because he has an Excadrill on his team, and the Excadrill can pretty much take the Brave Bird, but at the same time I was like, he wouldn't do that anyway, because I do have access to Flare Blade. So in a way, it was really stupid on my part to not have gone for the Brave Bird. It would have done a lot of damage to Jolteon, which is also resisted to it. But yeah, really bad move on my part there. The opposition goes for the Mega Evolution, gets a Mega-Blastoise going on, and these things are really threatening. I'm going to go for the U-turn and U-turn out into my Hydreigon. I was very lucky that he goes for the Dark Pulse instead of a Surf or maybe an Ice Beam or something like that, predicting a switch into this guy. So I'm able to fire off a Dark Pulse. I was actually fishing for the crit, no, not for the crit, I was fishing for the flinch, which I don't end up getting, which is really unfortunate. He's gonna hit me with that Ice Beam, and that's going to take me out, and that's really unfortunate. I just lost one of my biggest sweepers on my team. I'm gonna bring out my Mawile at this point, and I just decided to go for the Blade Rough because I didn't really want my opposition to be predicting my Sucker Punch and switching out into something else that can pretty much counter my Mawile, such as Jolteon. Well, not Jolteon actually, Machamp. And yeah, he actually goes for the Scald and doesn't get the burn, which I'm really happy about. So now that he probably thinks that I don't have the Sucker Punch, he's definitely going to bring out his fastest Pokemon, which is going to be Jolteon. And I ended up surprising him with a Sucker Punch, and I'll take him out right there. So that's awesome. Right now he's going to bring out his Machamp, which is going to be scaring the living crap out of my Mawile. So I'm going to switch out into my Dusclops, pretty much predicting a Earthquake. And instead he goes for the Substitute, which is like Okay, well, that's fine too. Maybe he predicted the switch and just wanted to hide behind the sub. And apparently my opposition here, he pretty much loves too much the move Substitute, because even his Trevenant has the move Substitute, which is, you know, kind of annoying in a way. But he's gonna go for the Earthquake. It's not really gonna do that much damage, as I'm going to go for the Nightshade, pretty much trying to break down the Substitute, and I do, which is really awesome. And he's gonna get a little bit of leftovers recovery. And at this point, I am not looking too shabby. I can pretty much stay in here and sponge hits all day long, go for the Pain Split whenever necessary, and continue to spam all those Nightshades. And I think that at some point he will be able to see through this strategy, which is not a strategy, by the way. It's just simply me staying in, knowing that I can take hits all day long and he cannot do that. So he decided to switch out into his Excadrill, which is going to use this ability Mold Breaker. Pretty much can hit everything with Levitate with an Earthquake. And basically going to go for that Nightshade. And I'm gonna pop his Balloon, which is awesome. Now I can hit that Excadrill with an Earthquake, which I don't have on any of my Pokemons. But he's gonna go for the Shadow Claw, and I'm going to be able to burn him, fire off a Will-O-Wisp, which is great. And at this point I was like, if he doesn't get a crit, I will be able to leave with a little bit of HP, almost nothing, and I do. My calculations were right for once in my life. And I'm able to fire off a Pain Split, which is going to bring me to 60 HP, which is more than sufficient for Dusclops to leave on. So right now I don't really want to take more extra damage because he's able to hit me with super effective moves. So I'm going to switch out into my Breloom. I was like, I'm pretty much safe as long as he does not get the critical hit, and he doesn't get it, which is awesome. I'm going to recover almost all the damage that he did with Shadow Claw with my Poison Heal ability, and that is great. So at this point I was like, I can't go for the Mag Punch, but there is this possibility of him predicting the Mag Punch going out into his Trevenant, so that's why I decided to go for the Seed Bomb instead. You know, he decided to stay and pretty much further off his Excadrill, and he's able to fire off a Rock Slide and do a little bit of damage. Well, actually, I do recover all the damage that he actually did with Rock Slide, which is pretty funny. He's gonna bring back his Trevenant in, and I know that my Breloom cannot take down this guy, so I might as well just switch out into my Kecleon. He decided to go ahead and hide behind the sub one more time, and I'm like, oh my god, so many Substitute in one game, it's pretty much, it gives me a headache. But okay, Protein Kecleon, let's go, let's do this. Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak to the Substitute. That's going to be able to take it down. The Substitute fades away, and he is pretty much going to set up with the Lead Seed. Pretty much predictable. I mean, there's nothing else that this Trevenant can do other than cursing and going for the Lead Seed, hiding behind the sub, and pretty much stalling with Protect and using its ability Harvest whenever it's necessary. So there goes Harvest one more time. It gets the Citrus Berry back, which is really annoying in a way. So I do predict the the Protect at this point, and I go for the Recover. I should have gone for the switch on my Talonflame, I don't even know why I actually didn't do it, but whatever the case, I am still alive and I'm almost at full HP, so there's really not much that we are actually doing. There is not much progress going on right now, so yeah. That is exactly what's going to happen now. So it seems like he knows that he's in a worse position than I do, and he's going to switch out into his Machamp, and I'm going to go for the Shadow Sneak here, and that is not really going to do that much damage to the Machamp. So I know pretty much that I'll have to switch out on this turn, because there is really not much that I can do against this Machamp, and if I switch typings, which I am Ghost type right now, he will be able to hit me with a Fighting type attack, and that will do a lot of damage considering the fact that Kecleon does not have the best physical defenses. It is a monster in special defense, but it is really frail on the defensive side, and there is only HP that can save him from physical attacks, so I'm pretty much going to switch out into my Dusclops here to sponge whatever he's about to throw at me, which is going to be an Earthquake. That is going to do, well, does a lot of damage actually. I'm like, okay, so another Earthquake will be able to seal the deal, he will kill me, and surprisingly, I don't even know why he actually decided to switch out, which I'm like, okay man, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the switch, thank you very much for the opportunity for me to go for a Pain Split and pretty much recover more HP than I had before, so I don't know what was going on there. Maybe he thought I would like outspeed him or something. I don't understand what was going on, do not ask me, but it definitely works out in my favor. So I am going to pretty much switch out right now because I don't want my Dusclops to be facing a Trevenant, but he decided to switch at the same time into his Breloom. Maybe he was actually anticipating me to switch out into Talonflame, seeing as how Talonflame pretty much covers all the weaknesses from that I have from the Trevenant. But I ended up switching out into my Breloom, which is good. I'm going to go for a Seed Bomb that is going to do a lot of damage to the Machamp, to the point where it's actually going to KO him. The critical hit that I got from this move, it's totally irrelevant because I would have killed him anyway. I do outspeed and 2 Seed Bombs will take him out anyway, so it doesn't really matter that I got a critical hit there. He's going to bring his Golden Azumarill back into the field, which is a shiny, which is really interesting. I'm going to go for the Seed Bomb. And that is almost going to take him out, which is, you know, I was really close, but he just, you know, he managed to survive and goes for the superpower, takes me out. I don't really care too much about that because I can always bring down my Talonflame, and this is pretty much going to be the end of the game because there is nothing else on his team that can outspeed my Talonflame, and that priority Brave Bird is so overpowered. That is going to be sufficient to take down his Golden Azumarill, and he only has 1 Pokemon left, and that is going to be his Revenant, and that is also going to die from a Brave Bird after he tried to stall me out a little bit with a Protect. I don't see the point of going for the Protect at this point, but yeah, whatever, be my guest. So anyways guys, this is pretty much the game. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the support you guys have been giving me. You guys are great, remember that. You guys are awesome. Thank you for all the likes, the comments, and the subscriptions, and all the views and whatnot. You guys are amazing. I do appreciate it a lot. I just wanted to let you guys know. And well, other than that guys, remember to keep up the support, comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, add me on Facebook. All the links will be down in the description. And other than that, que tengan un buen día.